Hello and welcome to the East Lampeter Township Public Meeting. All participants are now informed that this meeting is being recorded. This meeting is also being offered virtually utilizing Zoom, which is a cloud-based platform for remote video and audio conferencing. The Zoom application is free to the public. The general public is therefore able to join the meeting by connection through the internet or by calling in by phone. The public is also able to observe the meeting on the Township's YouTube channel. Please continue to check the Township website calendar for any updates related to these public meetings. Agendas for these public meetings will also be available on the Township's website. Please be reminded that this meeting is being video and audio recorded and will be posted to the Township's YouTube channel for viewing. The meeting will now proceed with the chairman calling the meeting to order and identifying all other members present in the meeting room and those joining the meeting via Zoom. The chairman will then confirm those members joining by Zoom can be heard.
All right, good evening. Welcome to the Tuesday, January 2nd meeting of the East Lampeter Industrial and Commercial Development Authority. In the room, we have Mr. Roger Rutt, Mr. John Blowers, Vice Chair Corey Meyer, and I'm joining remotely via Zoom. Mr. Eberly is not present. Can you hear me?
Hear you great.
All right, would you please rise and join me in saying a pledge to the flag? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, this is our annual reorganization meeting. So, Mr. Meyer, would you mind serving as our temporary chairman this evening?
I would be pleased. Thank you. And I will take nominations to elect the chairman.
I would like to put the name forward of Ethan Demi as chairman. Ethan served this past year's chair, done a fine job, and I would put Ethan's name out there as a candidate for chair.
Thank you. Any other nominations for chair? Okay, we have one nomination for chair, Ethan Demi. All those in favor of Ethan as being elected, Ethan Demi elected as chair?
Aye.
Aye.
4 ayes. Motion passes. Off to you, Ethan. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Happy to serve. Next up, we have the election of the vice chair. Are there any nominations for vice chair?
My understanding is, Corey, you're done, right? Your term is over at
January 16th.
in a couple weeks here. And I believe we'll be looking for another individual to step into that. So, Roger, would you be interested in serving as vice chair?
Yes, I would.
Okay. All right, so I'll put forward the name, Ethan, of Roger Root as vice chair of the elected.
We have a nomination. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, we've got a nomination, a second. Hearing no objections, we'll close nominations for vice chair. All those, we'll do a roll call vote. Votes for Mr. Roger Rutt as vice chair, Corey Meyer.
Aye.
John Blowers.
Aye.
Roger Rutt. And chair votes aye. We have Roger is our vice chair. Next up, we have the election of the secretary and treasurer. Historically, we've had Mr. Ralph Hutchinson serving both of those roles. Is there a nomination for secretary and treasurer?
I'll nominate Ralph Hutchinson for secretary treasurer.
All right, we have a nomination. Is there a second?
Second.
Second for Mr. Rutt. Unless there are any objections, we'll close nominations for secretary and treasurer. Corey Meyer, your vote for secretary treasurer.
Aye.
Mr. Blowers. Mr. Rutt. Chair votes aye. We have secretary and treasurer. The next, we have the election of the assistant secretary and assistant treasurer. And I believe Ms. Tara Hitchens has served in that role in the past as well. Are there nominations for assistant secretary and assistant treasurer?
I'll nominate Tara Hitchens for assistant secretary treasurer.
Corey will second.
We have a nomination and a second. Unless there's objections, we'll close the nominations. Corey Meyer, your vote for
Aye.
assistant.
Aye.
Mr. Flowers,
Aye.
Mr. Rutt,
Aye.
chair votes aye. We have a slate. Next, we have
Awesome.
public comment on non-agenda items. Is there any public comment from the room? It looks empty. Anything received online?
No, nothing online.
Okay, hearing nothing, we will move on to the consent agenda. Consent agenda, we've got the approval of the January 2nd, 2024 meeting agenda, approval of the October 2nd, 2023 regular meeting minutes as presented, and approval to pay invoices totaling $2,775.73. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion from Mr.
Yeah, sort of.
Motion from Roger, second from Corey. We'll take any public comment or discussion. Hearing none, we'll call the vote. Mr. Meyer, Mr. Blowers, Mr. Rutt. Chair votes aye. Next up, we have old and unfinished business. Item 6A, branding, gateway features, and wayfinding. Ralph, would you give us a brief overview of this, please?
Fortunately, there hasn't been a lot of activity here since your last meeting. And we've been priority and had some staffing challenges. So branding basically done. You know, we're calling it Lincoln Highway East Lancaster. Gateway features we're working on. Trying to find the appropriate location on the east side. We're developing. Wayfinding, we've been working mostly on wayfinding to get PennDOT's concerns addressed so that we can get their approval to go forward with that. So that's where we are.
What are your thoughts, Ralph? What are your thoughts, Ralph, about the meeting with the property owner out there sometime?
Yeah,
Early spring before planting, or what are your thoughts?
yeah, we would definitely want to get to it before planting so that you know, he has some time to give it thought. Yeah, that would be the goal.
Okay. Good, thanks.
And Ralph, what is the do we have a budget item for or a general idea of what the potential compensation would be for that amount of land?
Not precisely. We did put the budget for the sort of the overall coverage of the gateway feature on the east side of $100,000. That would be hopefully enough to cover all the costs that would be associated with that effort. But we didn't break it down any further than that.
Okay. Any more questions or comments on branding, gateway features, and wayfinding?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to a report on the Business Improvement District project. Ralph, would you give us a brief update on that, please?
Likewise, we haven't been able to spend a lot of time on this. Last time we talked about this, we were unable to get proposals in to cover all of the tasks that we had outlined. So we're trying to break that apart, get the legal issues separated from the sort of public relations issues, and get back out to some consulting to get those issues covered. Again, I'm hoping that we can get to this early in the year when hopefully people out in the corridor aren't quite as busy. Have some meetings with the businesses out there and get this thing rolling.
Okay.
All right, any comments or questions on 6B, Business Improvement District? Hearing none, we'll roll into new business. We have no items. And then item 8 action items, the 2024 budget adoption, which was prepared and advertised. You have it before you. Any comments or discussion on the budget? If not, we'll accept a motion to approve.
Make a motion that we approve the 2024 budget for the tax increment financing fund.
Motion from Mr. Blauer, second from Mr. Rutt. Any public comment? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. Mr. Meyer,
Aye.
Mr. Blowers,
Aye.
Mr. Rutt, and chair votes aye. Next, we have item 8A, appointment of the auditing firm Herbane and Company. We've used them for a few years. I think we're on the last year of their 3-year engagement. So I will entertain a motion to appoint Herbane and Company as our auditing firm.
Motion to approve Herbane and Company for auditing year 2024.
And that would actually be for auditing the 2023 expenditures. So ending a 3-year contract, right? Okay.
Right.
All right. Second.
Motion from Roger, second from John. Any public comment or discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. Mr. Meyer, Mr. Blowers,
Aye.
Mr. Rutt, and chair votes aye. Those are all the action items. Any other final public comment before we wrap up?
Make a motion to adjourn.
If not, we've got a motion to adjourn from Mr. Meyer. Is there a second?
Second.
Roger.
Second for Roger. Sorry, the audio cuts out a little bit there. All right, motion to adjourn. Call the vote. Mr. Meyer.
Aye.
Mr. Blowers.
Aye.
Mr. Rutt.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. We are adjourned. Next meeting is Monday, April 15th. We'll see you all then. Thank you.